So welcome to another video, and before we start I want to say a huge thank you for all the support on the last video, the Dalgaranga station video. It's going great guns. It's bloody incredible. I've had the last 2-3 weeks off now. Did get struck down with the virus, which sort of got me started on this. The setup for this car to do us until Christmas, as you can see, the rooftop tent is no longer. It's gone. And a lot of the stuff in the car has been stripped back out. It's now back to normal. I wouldn't say normal, it's a 5-seater. Seats are back in, all the battery system is back out, and yeah, just back to a normal car, the way we had it when we were traveling before. Which I guess you can thank COVID for that, because having a week off with COVID is absolutely boring. It is yeah, incredibly boring, but luckily that gave me a lot to do to get that back up to shape for traveling, and I guess stripped out, because we are going to be towing pretty hefty weight behind us until Christmas. But anywho, this video, not so much about this car, but it's about our home on wheels until Christmas. Now, as a lot of people know, we used to have our little Goldstream Caravan behind this, which was a bloody top-notch caravan, but we haven't had a caravan for a while now, a good 6+ months now, and it's just been me living in the rooftop tent. So we are moving back into a caravan. A couple of people do know about it, a couple of people have seen it, and a few people will remember it from, I guess, over in Queensland. You would have seen the caravan, but there it is. That is our home until Christmas. And I say until Christmas because that's my parents' caravan. A lot of people will remember it from Queensland. We're in our little Goldstream Caravan, and Mum and Dad were in this. But it's a beautiful caravan, and one of the biggest sort of things about finding a caravan is the price. Looking at caravans right now, they're bloody expensive, incredibly expensive. And if you're looking for an off-road one, they're near on 60-70 grand plus. Now this one's not an off-road van, but it ticks all the other boxes that we had with looking for a caravan. Had a bed that we could walk around, we didn't have to climb over each other. Has a shower and toilet, and it's full size that we don't have to wind up and fluff around and set up when we pull up to camp. So I want to say thanks to Mum and Dad, huge thanks to Mum and Dad for letting us use this until Christmas, maybe even longer. We'll see how we go. If we like it, which I can already tell we will, we'll probably have it for a bit longer. But it also gives us a rough idea of what we want in a caravan, what we're going to like in a caravan, what we're not going to like in a full-size caravan, sorry. And doing it a lot cheaper than, I guess, going and buying our own right now. So I'd love to do a full walk around inside the van, but I'm going to save that for Soch when she gets back. That's going to be her first little job, is doing a walk around video of the van. But this is it, our home on wheels until Christmas. Bloody can't wait to get into it. I've been doing some small things on it, looking at getting an inverter hardwired into it, which is coming along now. We have got a big lithium battery, 280 amp hour lithium battery in there, so that's going to be bloody awesome. I don't think it's going to run the aircon, but it's going to run all the other power points, hopefully, touch wood. If we can get the aircon or the heater going, that'll be an added bonus, but no stress there. But this video, really, this video is going to be about the car over there and the caravan here, hooking them up, and I guess trying to get all the weights right, because this van's around 2 tons, that car's around, I'd like to say 3 tons. I'm not too sure how much the car can carry, so we're going to be finding a weighbridge. We're going to be doing some, I guess, some driving to find out the fuel economy as well. But filmed a little bit back a couple of days ago, so we'll jump to that footage of testing everything out. And I do want to apologise beforehand as well that this video is probably going to be all over the place. As anyone that's done this before, the GCM, GVM sort of stuff, towing with the caravan, it's a nightmare. There's that many different words, terms, meanings, numbers, calculations. It's an absolute nightmare. But touch wood, fingers crossed, by the end of this video, I'll have all this sorted. So hopefully we get everything sorted by, I don't know, next weekend. Well, before Soch arrives, which is early September. Soch will be here, first week I think it is, and that'll be our first video doing a walkthrough of the caravan. But yeah, hopefully we can get a couple of days in where we get away and do a little trip with the caravan. Anyway, let's get into this video. We'll go back a couple of days to what I've already filmed. Righto, I guess today is a test day, and first time putting these two together. I'm going for a little drive, trying to find a weighbridge, and I guess trying to find out the fuel economy of these two put together. I believe this, straight from the factory, is just under 2 tons. I think it's around 1.8. So I'll fill all the water up there, and hopefully it's still under 2 tons. As for this, being the Kakadu, can only tow 2.5 tons, which is a little bit of a pain. So we might be right on the limit once we fill it full of all our crap and actually hit the road. But as for this, tent's gone, everything's unloaded, it's completely empty bar the fridge, which I think is going to be a necessity. Depending on the weight, we might change fridges, go to a smaller one. If we can get away with keeping that one, we will, because it's a good little fridge. But that's it. Car's ready to go pretty much. Lost a lot of weight pulling all the rear bits out and putting the seats back in, taking the tent off, so that's pretty handy. As for the Caravan, like I say, around 2 tons hopefully, and we've got to sort of keep it under 2.5 ton really. As for the GCM, I think it is, I believe it's the GCM, or both of them combined with the Prado, I think we're only allowed 4,990 kilos, which isn't a lot, but I guess we're going to have to work with what we got. But anyway, let's get into this. First time hooking the car up to the Caravan and going for a little drive. We're going to head to Northampton, about 50-60 kilometres, try and get a nice baseline of the fuel economy and what everything weighs. And I guess it'll be good to see if there's any little problems that I need to get sorted before we actually hit the road. I know there is one little problem of the reverse camera that's hidden behind the bag there. K-On do make a little relocation bracket there, which I've been talking about for a while now, so I've actually got to bite the bullet and I might get it, and it's going to make backing on and off the trailer a lot easier. But anyway, we'll see what we can find out if there's any more problems with today. Well, let's get this hooked up. Righto, that is it. Pretty much ready to go. Filled up the water. These jerry cans are empty. It's the only thing in the Caravan is the water, really, and just some small little bits that I couldn't be bothered pulling out that shouldn't weigh that much. Anywho, lights are all working, and it looks pretty good. It does sit a little bit high at the front there with the airbags on normal. So I think I might have to get a little spacer for the hitch here to put in there, just to drop this, I guess, the front down a little bit. I think that's really the only thing I can do. But other than that, we'll go fuel up, reset the trip, and get on the road. I'll go find Dad and we'll get out of here. So 60 litres later, 112 bucks out of my pocket. The Caravan's still there, happy days. But so far can't really feel it behind me, which is pretty good, and the trailer brakes are working, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, everything's looking good, so we'll reset the trips and get on with this little trip to Northampton. So after around 35 kilometres, we're getting 14.5 litres to the 100, which is, I don't know, it seems all right. I was expecting around 16 litres, but yeah, pretty happy with that. We've still got to do a return trip, but we have pulled up here at the Northampton weighbridge, which is just a little CBH weighbridge. And we're gonna, I guess, take the whole thing through, disconnect over there, and then take the car through to see how much the car weighs. Like I say, I think this is around 2 ton, hopefully a little bit less. Then we can jam some more sort of stuff in it. But the car can only tow 2.5 ton, so yeah, we'll see how we go there. GCM, GVM, I'm not too sure which one it is, I'll leave it below there. For the Prado is 4.990, I think, 4,990 kilos. But anyway, let's get into this. Car's going great. It is sort of bouncing between 4th and 5th gear. I don't know, I'll probably get used to that. Hopefully I'll get used to that. And it does need to be dropped a lot there in the middle. Caravan sits right up high at the front. But anyway, let's get this through. And I reckon we're gonna be 4.6 tonne, I'm hoping. That's my guess. See what Dad's guess is. What's your guess of the weight? The whole thing? 4.8. 4.8? I'll be happy with that. So hopefully this shows up on camera, but on the left hand side there's a little readout up there. But I'll get out anyway and see what it is. Four. Oh. $5.12 tonne. So we're over. So 5.12 tonne, which is, I believe that's over, which is no good. 120 kilos. Not too sure how to think about that, but we'll get the van unhooked, put the car back over. There you go, it's dropped to 5.04 now. That's without me in there. Don't know. We'll unhook it and try the car. So the van being, well, the van and car being 5.12, I think it was. I reckon the car's going to be 3. 3, something like that, you reckon? We'll see what it's going to be. Oh, get right up close there. 3.04 tonne. Don't know what to think about that either. So that leaves the van at, doing a bit of maths there, we had to think about it, but the van is 2.08 tonne. Full tank of fuel, full tank of water. That's about it, isn't it? A couple of little bits and bobs in there. Some firewood on the back. Firewood might have to go. But anyway, we'll hook the van back up, go to the pub, have a quick lunch, and I guess I'll think about it there a bit more. That's a bit of a bummer. Just over 5 tonne. So with both of us out of the car, 4.94 tonnes. So we are under with no one in the car, so we can't drive it anywhere. Which is a bit of a pain. So we're going to have to strip some stuff out of it. Most likely the car. And just with me in the car, 5.0204. So by the looks of it, the car's going to need a bit of a strip out. And I think it's going to start with the big fridge in the back. Back seats. No, we'll leave the back seats in there. I've got a battery, second battery under the bonnet, which never gets used. Pull that out, pull the fridge freezer out of the back of the car. I don't know if you can see it right back there. But that should get us under, and then just whatever else we can strip. Because we still do need to fill the caravan, fridge full of food, and I guess our clothes as well. So gives us a good baseline, I guess, to see where we're going to go from here. But yeah, that's going to be the plan. Anyway, we'll get back towards home and see what the fuel economy is like when we get back home. But yeah, good little trip so far. We know we're overweight and we've got to strip some stuff out. So after 93 kilometers round trip, we're getting 14.7 liters per 100, which is, I think that's pretty good. Sort of expecting around 16, and that was windy roads, bit of the hills, sort of all sorts of roads. But yeah, I was expecting around 16 liters, so 14.7 is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Car went good. I could feel the weight behind me. It was, yeah, I wouldn't say it was that much different to the old little van that we used to have, but you definitely feel it. But drove really well, so I'm happy with that. As for the hitch and the height difference there, Dad had a good idea of getting a drop-down hitch, which I might be able to source out in Geraldton here, which will be pretty handy. I'll try and get onto that tomorrow. But overall, really good. The weight issue, I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, get rid of the fridge in the back of the car, get rid of the spare battery under the bonnet, and really go from there. Just get rid of some of the small stuff that we're not really going to need. That second gas bottle, probably not going to need that. And then go from there, really. Just little bits and pieces. But that'll be tomorrow. We'll strip as much as we can over the next couple of days, and then probably next weekend we'll go for another drive. See how she goes with a drop-down hitch and a lot less weight, hopefully. Hello. Now, as for the weights, I'm going to say the Caravan's all right. Caravan's sitting around 2 tons. That's top notch. We've still got to load it all, the fridge full of food, all our sort of cooking gear and clothes, and I guess all the stuff that we want in there. So we've still got a lot of room in there. As for the car, 3 tons, that's a lot. So some stuff's got to come out of there. That's where we're going to lose the weight. We're going to lose the fridge. I've got a lithium battery in the back and a full-size deep cycle spare second battery under the bonnet there. I think I'm going to lose all that. That'll get me, I don't know, I'm hoping I can lose around 200 kilos out of that. It's going to be a stretch, but we'll see how we go there. I'm probably going to have to lose the bag on the back as well. And all the gear that I've got in the toolbox in the back. The drawers, I'm pretty sure I've got all my tools and air compressor and just things that I'm sort of going to need recovery wise. Yeah, just plenty of stuff that I'm going to be pulling out, and that's going to be the majority of the weight as well. Should be able to keep the drawers and just have sort of little tidbits in there, but yeah, we're going to lose all the weight out of the car to make up for our weight problem, I guess. But I'll get stuck into that over the next couple of days, putting that on a diet. Yeah, hopefully that'll be right. So it is the next morning and I'm here at another weighbridge right in the middle of town, and I've been up all night last night just calculating GCMs, GVMs, going through all the different numbers, and come to the conclusion that I'm an idiot and found out that I've been going to the wrong GCM, which is GCM is the combination of the car and the Caravan. I was under the impression the car had a GCM of 4990, when it turns out it's got a GCM of 5490, which is bloody great. We get an extra half a ton there, so that's a load off my mind. We're underweight. We're underweight as a combination, but the car is overweight. The car has a GVM, vehicle mass, of 2990, and we were over that. So the car went on a little bit of a diet last night, lost the big fridge in the back, lost the dual battery under the bonnet, and a lot of my tools have been slimmed down to just a bare essential little kit. And with all that out, we're now at 2.84 tons. That's with me in the car or standing on the weighbridge with it. Without Soch, who'll be, I don't know, 50, 60 kilos. She'll probably hate me saying that, but that brings us to around 2.9 tons. So just under the limit, 90 kilos under the limit for the car, which is top notch. I'm happy with that. Really happy with that, as that also gives us 500 kilos to put in the van worth of food, clothes, and all our sort of gear, I guess. So not a lot of stuff can go back in the car. I think it's just going to be Soch and I in the car. Maybe some little bits that we're going to be using daily, but I suspect all the weight of the car is coming from this front end here. We've got the bull bar, the side steps, and the winch there. Yeah, a lot of weight, which you can't really pull any of that off. I could lose the winch, but I don't really want to lose the winch, as it's one of those things that if you do get stuck, that thing is a lifesaver. It saved us once. We've only ever used it once, but it definitely saved us. As for the rest of the car, I've ordered a drop-down hitch from, I think it's Outback. Someone online, I think it was $100 delivered express post, as I couldn't find one in town that does 2.5 tons. There's 2-ton tow hitch, adjustable tow hitches in town, which are around $150. We just need a little bit more than 2 tons, so we've gone online and got that. Should be here sometime this week. Also the little rear camera K-on bit that we're going to get, that's been ordered as well. So happy days. I'm bloody over the moon that we're underweight on the car. We're underweight on the Caravan. Pretty much ready to go. Pretty much ready to fill a Caravan full of food, gear, all the sort of expensive stuff shopping wise. So I might even go and get the Caravan now, because we're only just around the corner from home at this weighbridge. Hook it up, see what we've got, what everything combined is, and how much we can put in the van, because it's an absolute nightmare doing this GVM, GCM, all the mathematics stuff sort of behind the scenes with Caravan. Yeah, not a lot of people talk about it, but it's a pain in the neck, it really is. Well, just as the rain's setting in, I've got the car and Caravan down here on the weighbridge, and we are sitting at 4.94 tons. 4.94 tons, which I'm bloody over the moon with that. We're under the 5.49, top notch there, which means we can get around, well, we can load the Caravan up. 500 kilos, I believe, you can put in the Caravan. I don't even think we're going to get anywhere near that, but that is a load off my mind. We can fill the fridge, freezer, all our clothes, all our gear. It's bloody top notch. Still not sitting that flat, but like I say, I've got the drop hitch on its way, so happy days. Anyway, I think that's going to do us here. Video's been all over the place. It's an absolute nightmare trying to work out the weights. It's just everything with the Caravan weight wise, absolute nightmare, but got it sorted and I'm over the moon there. But that's going to do me here for this video. I know it's been a little bit all over the place, doing everything with the Caravan, but hopefully, touch wood, I can get a little trip in before Soch gets back and in the Caravan. Anyway, cheers for watching. See you on the next one. Getting onto it, it's just, life makes it. Yeah. But anyway, let's get this through. I'm gonna, yeah, really. And hopefully next weekend we can try and get away for a quick little